So hello everybody. I know that when you first get this makeup, there are so many questions and so many things you don't know, which why would anybody expect you to know? I know I didn't know in the beginning, and I feel like there's some things that we need to address, and not only address, but I'm going to show you right here some of the issues a lot of people have, because you may not even be having, you might not know you're having issues. And so I'm going to just kind of show them right here. All right. And we're going to just jump right into it. I do want to know, because today there's all these Amazon deals floating around. That's all my entire Facebook feed is showing, Instagram. I want to know, what are your favorite deals that you're grabbing right now? I've seen so many vacuums on sale, and I really want a new vacuum. I have one of those robot vacuums that, because we have a dog who loses a lot of hair, it's been a lifesaver. But I really would like a heavy duty vacuum too, for once a week type things. So if you see that, let me know. All right. So number one, I see this a lot, and it's going to be the fact that your makeup looks splotchy. Some people, I'll tell you how people describe it. Some people describe it as it shows a lot of texture, it looks flaky, it looks dry, it starts kind of looking splotchy is how I say it a lot. And you notice this a lot in the areas of your face where you have a lot of redness or it's really dark. If you step back and look at your face with no makeup on, your face has different colors and shades. So you'll notice my cheeks are a little darker than really anywhere else because they're full of freckles and redness. It's darker right here than it is, right here. And then under my eyes, it's darker. Hey, Jennifer. So when you see the splotchiness taking place on your face, or if it looks dry or textured, you're more than likely using too light of a color in that area. So I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to put too light of a color on my face. Let me open my palette here and just show you how it looks. I hope it picks it up on camera. It may not, but let's try here. I'm just going to put it on with my finger. It may not pick it up on camera. Hey, good morning. But I hope it does. So I'm going to kind of just start buffing this into my skin. And I'll zoom you guys in. I think that will, if I zoom in, you'll see. But you'll notice it's not really melting into my skin. It's not blending real easily. It almost just looks chalky. That, if you see that happening with you, your color's too light in that area. If we need to get you a different color, let me know. Let me zoom you guys in. Can you see how, oh yeah, I can totally see that. Do you see how my pores are really accentuated right there? That is the #1 telltale sign your color is too light. Your pores are accentuated, it just looks chalky. All right? If you see that, it's your color's too light. All right? And if you have a darker color in your palette, swap to that darker color, try it in that area instead, and that should fix it. And if it doesn't, let me know, because we may need to go even darker than what you have. And sometimes that's the case if maybe you just got back from the beach, maybe you got a spray tan, maybe you just got darker. It happens. So I'm glad that showed up on camera. Yes! And you'll see this. So let me tell you one other time you'll see this sometimes. I know I personally see this every now and then. In our picture we send you to put your makeup, we tell you to put your lighter color right here. And while I do want to brighten up the center of my face, I notice if I go too light up into my forehead, because my forehead is kind of darker, I have some melasma and freckles going on right here, it will look kind of dry, textured, splotchy like it just showed in this area right at my forehead. So I personally have learned I have to kind of keep my lighter, brighter color more very on the minimal side, and just kind of almost like a dot and a line. And so there again, if you're going too light up here because that picture tells you to and it's splotchy, don't do that. Yes, so see, Jennifer, and I love that the picture shows them to put it there, because I do think you need to brighten up right here, but don't brighten up as much as the picture is showing you. And if you're seeing that, I guess some people could pull it off, it just depends. But I know for me, because I have lots of freckles and lots of dark areas, I have to kind of keep the lighter color to a minimum, in certain areas. So if you see your pores, go darker. All right, #2 kind of newbie role to be honest, it's probably number one, but it's you are putting too much on. So I hear this, my makeup is sticky, it's heavy, it's oily looking. That is telltale sign you're putting on way too much. Very common though. I would say 99% of people have this issue for the first week, maybe even 2 weeks, because there's definitely a learning curve. If you wear this makeup and you agree that there's a learning curve, drop a baseball for curveball in the comments, because I love the people who will try it for a week before they reach out to me, because it definitely takes a few days to get used to. I'm going to put too much on, and hopefully here again it picks up on camera. If not, just know too much is not a good thing. All right, so I'm going to use my finger here again. And I probably should have used a brush, but I didn't think this through. All right, so I'm just going to put, I don't know how I can even show this without doing my entire face. So I don't know, but let's just see. So if I put way too much on, not only is the color going to look a little off, like right here, it's like that color does not match. So number one, it's like, oh, that's way, and I hear this, they'll say it's way too yellow or way too orange. And while yes, it may be because it's so thick on your skin, once you go to blending it out, because you only need a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way, because you're going to spread this out. You're not going to put a whole bunch and a whole bunch and a whole bunch. We're not painting layers. We're just going to put a spot and spread. Disperse it evenly. Once you disperse this evenly all over, notice how that color just starts melting into my skin. It's no longer orange or yellow. And it just blends so perfectly. Now, keep in mind, I didn't put anything here, but do you guys see that? It's not orange, it's not yellow, and it doesn't look oily, it doesn't look thick. It's just, and that one little slide took care of this whole entire bottom half of my cheek right here. So many people will go like line after line after line, like so much, and you don't need that, I promise you. I mean, I could probably even keep spreading this out to cover the entire part of my lower half of my face right here if I wanted to. And I'll zoom you guys in too, so you can kind of see. Like, do you see it's not? And let me do this side. I'll show you here, just for fun. Let me get this here. So just gonna get my makeup. You can kind of see, like that color, if I was to put that much all over, it probably would look really yellow or really orange. But once you start buffing it out, it buffs out into this beautiful skin tone color, and it just matches so well. So number two, don't put so much. You probably will your first time or two, but start backing off. It should not feel thick or oily or slick. If it does, you're putting too much. Now let me give you a little tip there. So if you are noticing you're having that issue and it's hard for you to kind of pull back, grab you a perfector sponge. You can grab these anywhere. I do love ours. And I didn't believe this till I bought ours, but ours is so soft. And you know, a lot of them, I used to have the one from Walmart. It's very porous and textured. Ours are so soft. Kind of like a velvet. But anyways, just grab you one. Get it damp. Wring it out. It'll kind of get big and fluffy. And then at the end of you doing your makeup, take that sponge and just press all over. And this will pick up any of that extra makeup that you put on and press the makeup into your skin. It'll kind of help you with not putting too much on. It'll pick up the extra you don't need. So that's a tip there. And this is just good to have anyways, because at the end, if you use this and press this everywhere, it kind of gives you more of that flawless finished look. So grab a sponge if you find yourself putting too much on. And then tip number 3, and we'll end with this tip here, is you're not, and I'll wipe this off just to show you, but you're not moisturizing or exfoliating your skin. And so you put your makeup on and it looks real dry. And that you may be confusing that with the first tip I gave you, which was your color's too light, but maybe it's just the fact that your skin is dry and flaky because you need to exfoliate the dry skin off. And then you need to moisturize the skin underneath. When I first started exfoliating my skin, I could not believe how smooth my face felt. All these years, I thought my face was just not good. I just thought I didn't have good skin. But now I know it's the fact that my skin needed to be flaked off. And now it goes on so smooth. So I, of course, exfoliated last night. I do have, yeah, there it is. I do like shave the peach fuzz off my face, which I know that scares a lot of people, but you just kind of start right here and go real slow and just take all that peach fuzz off. And that way your makeup lays flat on your face, on your skin, and it's nice and smooth like a baby's butt. This has changed so much. I didn't start doing this till I started wearing this makeup, and my hair does not come back darker, I promise, or heavier or thicker. Of course, I don't give it time to get thick, but I haven't noticed anything crazy. All right, and then my face is exfoliated. I kind of shaved everything, moisturized. So you always want to put moisturizer on before your makeup. You do want to give it time to soak in though. So what I do is I'll typically put some moisturizer on. Now your moisturizer, you never want your moisturizer to be opposite of your makeup. So like with cream, you don't want to put silicone moisturizer on. I feel like there's a hair on my face. I feel like a cat hair blew up or something, a dog hair. You want to make sure your moisturizer or primer, whatever you're using, oh, it's my own hair, is silicone free, because silicone, hold on guys, there's a hair or something. There we go. Will just make your makeup kind of slide around. So that's why I do honestly love our Seint Cream Moisturizer. It just feels very, like it just absorbs fast, but it feels very, I don't know. I just like the way my skin feels after I put it on. I don't know how to explain it. It's not runny or watery. It just feels really good. Some people really love the, oh, my mind just went blank. I can't think, but I'll put in the comments. I'll look it up after I get off here. There's another moisturizer a lot of people love too that has some SPF in it. All right. So now my moisturizer is on. I'm going to let it soak in for a minute. And this is where I would typically like fix my hair or brush my teeth. Once that moisturizer is soaked in, your skin is super soft and it's not dry because it's moisturized. So when you go to put your makeup on, it's going to go on like butter. It's going to be so perfect. So let's see here. I'm just going to do my makeup now. And while I do my makeup, I'm going to show a new blush today called Ruby. Last week I showed you guys Sangria, which is a beautiful fall color. Today we're going to do Ruby. And I may show this one for the rest of this week. I want to kind of show new blushes every week. I get stuck in my own world of, I get stuck into a routine where I show my same blush every time, but I think I'm going to start branching out and showing you guys other colors too. All right, because I've realized not everyone loves pink like me. Sad, I know, but I need to show. Okay, so let's just do our makeup. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take this buff brush and just tap, because there again, remember, we don't want a lot of makeup. We literally need the smallest amount. And we're going to spread it out. Because you saw earlier, I did that one swipe and that literally took care of my entire cheek, eyeball down. So when I say a little bit goes a long way, I mean it, because it spreads out and takes care of everything. So I just kind of tap and spread and blend. And I mean, they're very pigmented, so that's why it really does go a long way. So I'm using Amber foundation color. I just tap. And I like to just kind of press everything where it goes, and then I'll do like a final blend at the end. And once it gets on my skin, it starts to kind of heat up and just melt right in. It kind of makes it easier to blend. I have a lot of freckles right here. So I like to put my darker color here just to give me that coverage I want. And then my nose, you can kind of see it's like red. My nose is kind of always red. So I always put my darker color there as well. Which, there again, I know a lot of people don't do that, but I do that because it's just darker. And I don't want it to look splotchy like we mentioned earlier. If it looks splotchy or dry, your color's too light. So I really only focus my lighter concealer color, like specific areas only. For that reason, just because I have lots of freckles and darkness, like melasma, freckles, I've got all kinds of darkness going on like crazy. All right, then I'm going to flip it over to the small end here. And you can kind of see, I mean, it's not heavy, it's not a lot, it's not even like oily or shiny, but it's because I use such a little amount. All right, moving to the concealer right here, I use White Peach Concealer. And I'm just going to kind of press it under my eye just to kind of wake it up and brighten it up. And I go up to give me that like lifted eye look. I don't want anything droopy or sleepy looking. So kind of right here in the corner, and right here in the corner. Notice here again, I'm not using a whole lot. I'm literally taking a small little dab and spreading it out. All right, a little bit more here. And I just, like I said, I just take a little bit of my lighter color right here. All right, and then I like to just, for fun, a little bit here and a little bit here. In my mind, it just brightens everything up. I don't know. All right, and then we're gonna do some contour. Let's see. I think I'll just use this same brush because why not? I'm gonna take like the corner edge here and just tap it into my contour. Let me tell you guys something. I feel like contour creates this illusion. So whereas I was so concerned with my dark under eyes, this contour kind of takes my eyes off of my dark eye. Like it, it's like, okay, before I contour everything, my eyes always look out everything I don't like my under eyes, my freckles. But when I start to contour, it's like it takes my eyes off those things I don't like. And I always feel like people will say, well, with this makeup, I feel like it still shows some of my freckles maybe. Let's just say that. But I noticed they haven't contoured or anything. And I feel like once you contour, it's like everything just like quiets down. You don't notice all those little minute things anymore. Does that make sense? It's like it takes the attention. There we go, that's the word. It takes the attention off all this stuff you don't like. And I love that. I don't know. Okay, and there's the contour. I am gonna do a little bit on my nose, just for fun, why not? Today we are gonna go paint some pottery, and we're going to go have lunch with some friends, some of my daughter's friends. All right, there we go. That just helps my nose look thin. Not that I feel like I have a big nose, but it's fun, why not? All right, we're gonna take a little bit of the concealer. I know I already put some, but just to kind of accentuate that like thin nose. The sun is coming in, woo! All right, it like blinds me. All right, let's see, and now let's do some bronzer, and then we'll do blush, and then we'll blend it all, and we'll be done. I do want to put a little bit of like chapstick on real quick because my lips are so dry. Maybe I'm just thirsty. I don't know. Okay. I love this little like jelly lip tint. Okay. Let's see. Let's do some bronzer. I'm going to use the fluffy brush for this because the fluffy brush just blends the bronzer so well. I have my bronzer in my bag. So there's my face. There's my bronzer. Sorry, it's like so bright you can't even see what's going on. All right, and I just kind of tap it on the top parts of my forehead. Bronzer's another thing. It scares people. I have people that will order the bronzer, and then I'll check in a week or two later. How's the bronzer? They're like, I haven't even tried it. It scares me. It's so dark. But it's really kind of sheer. So, I mean, and number one, it's makeup. Like, you can wipe it off. Just have fun. But, yeah? Here comes Nay. Okay. But it's just makeup. Just put it on. Have fun. And it blends really well. So if you put too much, you can just blend it out. No big deal. And guys, it's kind of hard for me to see. The sun is coming in and it's blinding me. So if this looks like a clown, it's going to be okay. And I'm just going to put it on the tops of my cheeks. And I'm going to blend this together. So just give me a second. It'll all come together. Okay. And I put it on the tops. So the bronzer, I kind of put like a C right here. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just bring it down my neck. Just so everything's kind of, matchy. But it also is going to make your neck look thin because it creates these shadows right here to make it look like you have this nice, chiseled, defined neck, which we all want, right? Okay, let's do some bronzer. Some blush. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm going to use this new color. This is Ruby. This was actually my first color I ever got as a customer 3 or 4 years ago. And I love it. Okay, and I forget about it a lot. So I'll do it with my finger just to show you. And then I'll do the other side with the brush. Y'all, the sun is bright. Okay. So there it is. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. And let's put some on my lips. It's such a pretty color. I don't know why I ever quit wearing it. Oh, I love that. Okay, now I need a wipey to wipe my finger off. The other day I forgot to wipe the blush off where I put it on just like I did, and then I went to do my eyeshadow and it was like red. All right, and then let's do this side with my brush. I just tap, tap, tap. Kind of like the foundation. It's super duper pigmented. So this lasts, I mean, over a year. I probably had this 2 years, to be honest with you. Because I mean, look at that. And that's probably too much, to be honest with you. And I tapped it twice. That's, so many people are like, this is so little, but guys, it lasts forever. Literally lasts forever. All right, I do feel like I got too much blush, but we'll fix that. Let me blend this side real quick, and we'll be good. Hey, Nay, what's up? All right, I know it's kind of extreme, but we're gonna tone it down. Just hang with me for a second. I'd rather have too much than not enough, right?
Where's your remote?
My remote, it's right here.
No. Thanks.
Are you gonna turn it on something? All right, let's see. Are you gonna dance for them?
No.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit with some powder. That will tone my cheeks down a lot. Not that I don't really mind it. It's not that bad. I mean, for some of you it might be, but I'm gonna use this powder here. We do have a setting powder, which I keep in my palette for like when I'm on the go. But I like to use this at home just because it's cheap. And it's right here, it's convenient. So I'm gonna take that same brush I used earlier. Hey, we gotta brush your hair. I'm gonna kind of just set under my eyes. Pressing. Now this would be if you are wanting to use that sponge, this would be a perfect time to use that sponge because that will actually pick up a lot of that extra blush I have on my cheeks and tone it down tremendously. Like I might get her to go wet it for us and I'll show you. Well, I've already got powder on though. I don't know. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm bad about having my sponge wet and ready though. Mainly because I'm very sporadic. Like when I do this, it's not planned usually. I just sit down and hit live and go. If I have to think about it or plan it, I end up not doing it. I get so nervous going live that I have to just sit down and go. I just have to do it. Okay. Oh, the sun's blocked by the tree now. I'm not blind anymore. That's not bad. I know some people aren't blush people, and this might be too much blush, but that's not bad. I'll show you a little trick though. If that is too much for you, go back in with your foundation, just tap, tap. And you can just kind of lightly go over it. And it will kind of buff out that, just a little bit, it'll tone it down, I guess I could say. It'll tone it down. See that? It toned it down a lot. Kind of tone it down over here too, just so everything matches. And I'm gonna just go through and blend everything anyway as well to make sure everything's nice and blended. Kind of like a final blend here. All right. Let me look in my mirror and see what we got going on here. Not bad, not bad. I'm actually loving it. All right, we're gonna do some illuminator now. You guys know I love Photoshop. Tessa! Photoshop is my favorite illuminator ever. Basically, it's a highlight, but it's like the shimmery color here. You just dust it on. Because it's a powder, you literally just need the smallest bit. I use this almost every day for like, I think I got it about 9 months ago, and you can't even tell I've used any of it. Because that's literally the smallest bit's all you need. You guys see how it just like illuminates my cheekbones? It looks like that little water filter on TikTok. Hey, Nay. All right. What's wrong?
Hello.
Hello. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Simple and easy today. Hopefully, huh?
Why do you have 2 phones?
Because. Hopefully that helped you guys if you had any troubles or are struggling with your makeup. Hopefully this helps. If you have other questions or other issues I didn't mention, message me or put them in the comments and I will help you with those issues you're having, because that's what I'm here for and I love to help. Even if I'm not the person you bought the makeup from, I still would love to help. I don't mind a bit. Yeah, that is it. That's everything. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, and I'm sure there is, but that's how it goes. So, yeah. You guys have a great day. Enjoy it. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Facebook. Thanks for watching.